coming up. American P-38 fighters run into trouble on a routine patrol and are hit hard by German 109s. Will the young American pilots be able to turn the tables on this dogfight and hit back at the Germans? Or will the Messerschmitts be victorious and be too much to handle for the American fighters? Let's find out. Enjoy. It is a warm spring day as two P-38 Lightning fighters take off on a routine patrol to do some recon over the front lines. The flight leader takes off from their airfield and they head to the east. He and his wingman have only been at the front for a few weeks now, and although they have flown multiple sorties, they have yet to run into the enemy, but that will change today. As they reach their assigned altitude, they begin to take note of any active troop movements that they can see from the air. All is going normal until they spot aircraft approaching from the horizon. There are no other scheduled flights in the area at this time, so that can only mean one thing: bandits. The aircraft that they see are late war Bf-109s that are formidable fighters, and unfortunately for these two, there are 4 of them, a significant advantage since it is just a pair of their P-38 Lightnings flying today. Immediately, the flight leader gives the go-ahead to break formation and attack the Germans. He rolls over and tries to set himself up for a clear shot, but the 109s are prepared. As he turns to go after one of the Germans, before he can blink, 2 of the bandits are already on his 6. In his first run-in with enemy aircraft, things have taken a turn for the worst very quickly. As the Germans fire away, just barely missing him, he has no idea what his next move should be. He makes a tight turn and then a dive, trying to shake them from his tail, but he has little success doing so, as they stay behind him tight. But as he comes out from his dive, he can see his wingman in a similar situation, with 2 German fighters on his tail. The flight leader knows that he cannot do much at the moment for the Germans on his 6, but at least he can attempt to help his fellow P-38. He turns and aims for one of the German fighters, then opens up with his Browning machine guns. It is the first shots that he has been able to fire in the war, and it only does a scratch to the 109, but this scratch calms his nerves, showing that he can indeed fight back. With a renewed confidence, he turns as one of the Germans has pulled off the pursuit of his wingman, allowing him to get a shot. He comes up behind and opens up. Luck appears to be on his side now, as a round from his guns strike the cockpit, taking out the pilot and sending the plane into a death spiral. As it falls down, he confirms his kill and watches it explode on impact for his first official victory as a fighter pilot. But this is not the time to celebrate. As he immediately pulls off from the chase, he sees another 109 flying in a vulnerable position. He turns and gets behind him as well. Less than 2 minutes later, he fires again, causing the Messerschmitt to smoke heavily and fall away. He does not confirm this one, however, because immediately after following, he sees a gut-wrenching sight. His wingman, who is a German all over his 6 o'clock, takes a hard hit and begins pouring black smoke. His engine is on fire. Fortunately, some relief comes as he sees a white chute open up in the sky. He is safely bailed out. He does a flyby to his friendly pilot, waving as he passes. He will be recording his location so that he can be rescued by friendly ground forces. Now he has his focus on one thing, avenging his wingman. The 109 that took down the P-38 is now right in front of him, attempting to peel off, but the lightning does not allow it. He turns with him and pulls around to a firing position. He lets out a burst, striking the German. His plane is clearly damaged now, but there will be no mercy for an enemy pilot who has just shot down an American. He fires again, unloading the last of his ammo and drilling the 109. His plane rolls over and begins to spiral down. As the aircraft hits the ground, the P-38 follows it at a low altitude, confirming the kill to ensure revenge is achieved for his fallen wingman. As he flies by, the pilot pulls up and levels off. Finally, with a moment to breathe as there are no more German planes in the area, he sets a heading for home. In his first official day of combat, he has lost a wingman but has taken down 2 Germans in exchange with a possible third. Hopeful that his friend will be rescued and thankful to be alive, he flies home to fight again. I hope you enjoyed this historical recreation. Please make sure to subscribe and comment if you have any ideas for future videos. If you want to support my content, please check out my fan store or my Patreon at the links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.